Next, I think this is going to be a very interesting question because I myself love to drink alcohol.
Oh, yes. Who doesn't, right?
Yeah. So is, regular drinking of alcohol is good because I think there's a saying, on Facebook, you can get like red wine is actually good for women.
Oh, yes. These jokers come up with all sorts of things every few months. So the idea is, maybe I'll break it down for you simply. Okay. This is based on evidence. Huh?
Okay.
So this is not like the warm water, cold water thing.
Okay.
So alcohol, right? Okay, it goes by something called a standard drink. Okay, these are based on multiple studies that have shown, whether they cause damage or not over many years. And it has been refined over the years. Now we are pretty much sure that this is the number or range that you should drink. So, but the problem is most of these so-called standard drinks are based on a Caucasian data. Caucasian or African American data. So for Asians, we do have our own data, but if you look at the average numbers for a man, you want to try and limit yourself to roughly between 10 to 14 standard drinks a week.
A week, not a day?
Not a day. Come on, seriously, if you drink 10 to 14 a day, you're asking for trouble. Okay, so then for girls, it's about half of that. So roughly between about maybe 6 to 10. So or 6 to 8, the best would be that range. So what do you mean by standard drinks, right? Okay. We're talking about, your beer can, 330 ml.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's at 5% alcohol.
Yes.
So that's one standard drink, 330 ml.
So 5% is the indicator of one standard
No, because most beers are 5%, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're drinking stout, which is a bit higher, I think 9% if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, so that goes into a different category. So if you're drinking regular beer, which is about 5 to 6% alcohol, that's one can is considered one standard drink. Okay. So in a week, you should not exceed 14 cans.
Okay.
So if you're the kind who has to drink 2 cans every day, you hit the max.
Okay.
Alright, for men, yeah. So that's for beer. Then for wine, whenever you go to like a restaurant or something, you never see them filling up the wine to the top. Correct?
Yes.
You always see them filling up like maybe about 1/3 to about half of the wine glass. So that's one standard drink of wine.
Okay.
So you don't want to exceed 14 rounds of that for a man in a week. And for women, it's roughly around 6 to 8. Right? Yeah. Then same goes for hard liquor. So if you're having vodka or whiskey, when you drink a shot, that's one standard drink.
Okay.
Or if you drink whiskey in a glass, then, they call it a peg. If it's more than a peg, that's...
But how about if let's say we mix them with water?
It doesn't matter. No difference. Good question. Yeah. So it doesn't matter because by diluting it, you're not changing the total volume you're taking. So it's the same. Yeah. The reason why the volume decreases amongst all these different types of alcohol is because of the concentration. So beer is 5%. You go to, some strong alcohols can be up to 60% alcohol. So as you increase in concentration, the volume drops. So from 300 plus ml to just 15 to 20 ml or 30 ml. So that's the idea. You don't want to exceed that in a week. But there are studies that show that red wine is beneficial, to your heart. But that does not mean you exceed this amount. So if you have it now and then, like in certain cultures, in like Western cultures, right, they like to have wine with cheese.
Yes.
And nowadays, we also like to do that every now and then in Asia. So that is good for you if you drink it in moderation. So a moderate drinker is someone who doesn't drink at all or drinks like maybe half of this recommended level. So for a lady, maybe about 4 drinks a week. For a male, maybe roughly about 7 drinks a week. So or 8 drinks a week. That's considered okay. So if you ask me, I would say in summary, drink on weekends and drink in moderation. That's it. If you really have to.
So if let's say I don't drink on everyday basis, on weekend I can drink 14
glasses.
No,
that's binge drinking. So if you drink all 14 in one day, then that's even worse than drinking regularly.
Why?
Yeah, because you're stressing your liver on one night. Yeah. So it's just like, if you... Yeah, I don't have a good example for this, but if you do something in a routine way, it doesn't just because you do something in a so-called measured way, it doesn't make it right. And same way, if you do everything all in one shot, it also doesn't make it right. So the best option would be try and keep it limited. Yes, but enjoy your drinks. It's just that the more not social you are, the better. Yeah, don't make it a habit. Simple as that. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I think now we have covered the drinking habits.
Sure.